Hello, I am Kifa Isa, and this is a quick introduction to IMX. IMX is a general purpose information management and exchange platform. I will start first by giving you a quick brief on the status quo of the current content and social media platforms, essentially walking you through the shortcomings or problems that we are suffering from in order to present the case for this new platform. One of the major challenges or issues with the current social media systems, I'll specifically talk about the major ones here, is the fact that they have all turned into monopoly and they are working hard to lock the users so that the users cannot cross the boundaries. The users cannot move their content from one content or social media platform into the other. And more importantly, they cannot move their audience base. They cannot move their followers over. So they are actually tied to that particular social media platform. The second issue is censorship. So rightfully or not, in many occasions, the social media blocks your content, sometimes for not good reasons, and sometimes they even block the whole page or channels you have. So you lose everything. You lose your content, again, you lose your audience and followers. Third is the excessive invasion of user privacy beyond what we are comfortable with. Next is the conditioning of users' behavior. Social media is essentially training us or conditioning us into being addicted to short span trending content. That's it. The next thing is manipulating user opinions, as social media is controlling the flow of content that users are seeing through the timeline on similar and suggested content. They also have the chance or opportunity to manipulate and form your social or political perspective. And we have evidences on this all over the place. Users, specifically the content producers, have limited control on the look and feel of how their content is being presented to others, the order, the priority, and many aspects of how the content is being presented to others. Everything is tied to the liking of the social media platform itself without user control. The content is also hard to maintain. So older content essentially gets buried down. It's hard to discover or find, and it gets essentially obsoleted very quickly. They also are very specific and vertical platforms, meaning that they serve specific types of content. They are not extensible. They don't offer you options to aggregate the content in ways or generate reports in ways or have customized pages in ways. So they are very limited in that regard. Generally, social media platforms are not SEO friendly, meaning that it's very unlikely that your content will be discovered by or through search engines. Now, what we would like to present is a solution to each of those problems. First of all, we don't want to have a centralized control on social or content serving. We would like to have a federated approach where there could be multiple instances or setups or service providers, and the user is given the option, the content provider more specifically, is given the option to move their content and their audience network around. We also want to have a very good solution for identity management. We want users to be verifiable. Also, we want their activities to be authentic and to be easily verified. So instead of, for example, taking screenshots of someone's tweet as a proof, which is not, we would like to have a digital signature as a proof. So if that person signed their tweet or signed their post or signed their comment, then we can verify that it's the user, unless of course the account is compromised, but that's another case. We would also like to take the content in its own layer. We would like to isolate it and give the users options to enrich it, add more metadata to it, like description, tags, what have you. Make it secure, like manage the security and access control, and make it searchable. And that will all be done through a layer of API. So this gives you kind of the ultimate capability here. Data is entirely machine consumable. the current status quo, data is presented in a human consumable form. So you see HTML rendered pages. There is little API capability into the social media platforms that allows you to harness content. Very limited, I can tell you that much. Also, we would like to introduce the concept of generalized content, or sometimes they call it unified content. I could have multimedia, I could have text, rich text posts, I could have structured and unstructured data, and this broadens the use cases. I'll come to that shortly. We would like the platform to be standards-based. We would like it to be free and open source, as in AGPL, which is a license that guarantees whoever wants to contribute to this platform, that their contribution goes back to the community. We would also like to promote data mastering and creating a golden version of your data, and also kind of build up the useful content as opposed to just losing it and burying it and making it obsoleted. We would like the platform to offer two aspects or two visible elements. One is the publicly reachable content reachable through search engines, and people could land to it from using the regular browser, and the restricted content where they need to be logged in and they need to be granted access. We would like also to have some messaging capabilities. And we would like to have sharing, but this time, because we are functioning in a decentralized fashion, sharing serves as content distribution, pretty much like what CDN does. So when you share a video, you and the original video producer both are going to serve this video content to others. And as more people share the video, for example, the access to that video will be faster, and you will be able to serve that video to many more people without necessarily having the huge infrastructure that the current centralized social media platforms have. So what are the competitive advantages here? First of all, we don't want to simply replicate the major platforms. That won't cut it. We want to have a paradigm shift. We want to introduce refreshed perspective in order to provide the necessary incentive for users and third-party service providers alike to embrace this technology. We would like to enable broader spectrum of use cases where varying types of content can be handled. By abstraction and simplification, we can treat all content in the same way. We can grab content, aggregate it, create reports, create views into the content in ways that were not possible before. So this is essentially extending functionality. We would like to have an integrated all-in-one general purpose data exchange management utility. So this essentially combines features from CMS, social media, messaging, graph data store, etc. We would like our content to be time-proof and application-proof, meaning that we would like the content not to be tied to a particular proprietary format, not to be tied to a particular application, so it is not persisted in the form of classical relational database management. Instead, it's persisted in files. So this gives us the ultimate longevity, if you may, and our data in this case will actually be crossing the boundaries of time and application. We would like to be inclusive to collaboration with third party. So we would like to create a healthy ecosystem by means of federation, open source, open standards. We would like everyone to embark on this technology. A quick overview here. So we have the different types of collaborators. We have the public users, we have the members, search engines. Here are the IMX node, which are the setups. And this is the root service providers, which are essentially aggregators and identity verification technologies. This is more in-depth overview on what are the basic components in the platform. So you have a security layer, you have the API layer, you have internally a notification engine, you have the content itself, you have an indexing engine where this gives you the option to quickly query the information and data. Now I'm going to walk you quickly through a sample of use cases. But before I list them or go through them, I would like to highlight again the purpose of this platform. This platform gives you the option to take control and ownership of your content, whether you produce the content or you create it from others. And also to have or take control over your social network, friends and followers, where you can easily replicate or migrate to your favorite hosting provider. So you are independent actually from social media. One, or the simplest form of use case, is a personal social space where I upload, post, share content, I follow others and interact with them. The other one is for content providers who would like to safeguard their valuable productions, being videos, articles, podcasts, etc. Collaborating communities and special interest groups who would like to establish their own space or platform onto which they would like to collaborate, again, away from the control and monopoly of the major social media platforms. Small businesses who would like to do e-commerce, education, healthcare, freelancers, etc. Where do I stand currently with this platform? So I am the next, or the milestone I would like to hit is MVP, the minimum viable product. Out of that, I completed the first section, or the first milestone, which is establishing the information, the technical and solution architecture, along with deciding the technology stack. I also completed a prototype with a core set of features, a working prototype. And now what remains is actually the remainder of the work that takes me into the actual MVP. And with that, I would like also to have, or to run with it, a set of real life samples, where I can actually prove that it's working and it's working as expected. So completing the remaining work, which is around 65% of the total activity or effort, requires a team of around 10 people to work between 8 to 12 months. Here, I would like to shout out to call for help from interested parties, professionals, corporates, investors, to help me in moving in my journey here and building the MVP. This is transformational technology and journey, and there will be solid return of investment in various dimensions and various perspectives. One is from using the platform itself, and second is implementing commercial services on top of that technology. So I am comfortably confident that the investment that you will put in this, whether it's in the form of effort you would like to collaborate, kind of helping in developing the platform, or in terms of financial investment, on both aspects you will actually be rewarded and have a good return of investment. I here finish the quick introduction, or the quick overview. You will find more videos and more detailed presentations as well. Please let me know if you have any questions or you'd like to learn more about the platform. Let me know if you have feedback or ideas to share with me. Let me know if you are interested to participate, help me out in developing the platform, and let me know if you would like to invest or partner as well. Thank you very much for watching this, and looking forward to hearing back from you. Bye-bye.